Yo, right here in the small box. Record button right now and just lock in with this. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time. I have like what, 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. But I'm sure we can get the job done for today throughout those two videos. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, we're tapping in with No Ceilings Pod. glassesmalone responding. We're going to tap in. We're not watching the whole pod. Let's make that clear. But we're going to tap in, listen to what he has to say. And we're going to move on to Koala and catch a vibe, all right? So with that being said, listen, y'all know how we start this, right? So let's go ahead and make it happen, shall we? Let's go. Yo, you, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to Sid's channel. Like I said, this campaign is not done. When we say we're going to stand up for the culture, let me tell you something. My feet work and my knees are good. All right? I'm going to stand when I need to stand. Let's make that clear. All right? So, we're going to continue the conversation. glassesmalone has a response. Let's not waste no more time. Let's lock in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when we're live, like right now. And let's go ahead and get started with this, shall we? Let's go.
Yeah, there's 100 ways, right? There's 100 ways to become successful at the elite level, right?
Yeah.
95 of them require you to sell out to some degree.
Yeah.
95 of them, you feel me? It requires a real sellout, bro. Like you gotta sell out. You know what I mean? Something that you believe in, they're gonna compromise that.
I like that.
And that's how you keep walking through doors, through 95 of these doors. Every door you step in, right, you decide, like, you're going to sell out this idea, you're going to sell out this idea, you're going to sell out this idea. Every door. That's why a lot of people that become that successful, especially black people, they immediately start abusing drugs or they start being a drunk. You know what I mean? It's like a gang member, feel me, that be out of pocket and he like, you know, when he go on his spree and he trying to perform and he going to war and he start hurting too many brothers and it's just out of control, they end up getting high on drugs all the time. Like, I remember before I start rapping, like most people don't know, like I didn't get on and rap till I was like 26, 27. Because before that, I was just gang banging all the time. That's all I was doing. And certain homies would be like insanely pumped up in the war. You know, they would be ready to gun everything down and they was wild. But I noticed before they would do it, they would smoke Sherm. And I remember like,
yo, J Tom, it's a little early to be on demon time, don't you think? I'm teasing. What's good, Tiff?
And because I used to sell PCP, right, this is like a different type of drug that kind of gets people going, you know what I mean? That makes them, it gives them like a different level of courage or they forget what's happening. They was like way over the top, but I think they was doing the Sherm to not have to deal with the things that they were doing.
In reality, yeah.
Right. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of these success stories that start to sell part of themselves. You feel me? As they walk through each doors. Because once you go through that first door, selling yourself short, right? Selling out your beliefs, the next door is they want something else. And then the next door, they want something else. And then the next door, they want something else. And next thing you know, you in a bed.
I feel like what he's explaining is the process of how adinross became to be. Because we looked at his history, you know? We looked at the history of adinross in a couple videos. So we're familiar with where he started, what kind of timing he was on, when he started. And, of course, he's a gamer, so certain characteristics are going to come out when you see him on stream gaming or when he's sitting back with his friends talking or yapping, right? So already, like, what we're hearing right now and applying it to Aiden, if you pay attention to certain parts of the timeline for Aiden, you notice that little by little, he's losing himself and he's becoming something he should not even be in the first place. And then here we are today to a completely different individual. It's not even a 180 flip. This is like a whole new product. Because you got to remember, Adinross, when he's on screen, when he's in front of a camera, he is a product now. He is not a person no more. When that red light is on, when the camera's on, when the stream, everybody's flooding the stream, he's a product now. So the way that he's moving, the way that he's acting, the way that you see him talk about other people, that's the product speaking, because that product is making money the longer that stream's going on, because there's always more people pulling up to see him. So just hearing all this, I'm just like, this is all on point.
Feel me? As they walk through each doors, because once you go through that first door selling yourself short, right, selling out your beliefs, the next door is they want something else. And then the next door, they want something else. And then the next door, they want something else. And next thing you know, you in a bed with Diddy, waking up with Diddy.
I knew you was about to say that. I knew you was about to say
why?
I knew that the sword shit was coming. Pause, me. I think that, I don't think you go through too many doors so you get to that one. I think that might be like the second door, B, on some real shit. I don't think you'll just keep going through doors and doors, and then all of a sudden you're waking up sore. No, that's like the second door.
But I'm saying every door you go
The first one might be putting the dress on. The second one is waking up sore.
But it don't have to be something as traumatic as putting a dress on for some people. Some people, that don't mean nothing because they believe in that level of comedy. It's when you start to sell out things you believe in to get through that door. Like some people don't mind putting on a dress. That's their style of comedy. They think it's funny. And that's a different person. But I'm saying the problem is, out of those 100 doors to be successful, the first 95 of them require you.
Hey, Stormy, I'm not here to kind of like force you to believe in what I'm saying. That's not my job. I'm not here to dictate or tell anybody how to think or how to move. That's not my goal. That's not how I want to move. That's not like my intention at all. The way that I'm conversating with the chat, I'm just like giving my own explanation as to why we see him today. If that's what you want to believe, by all means, I will not stop you. But I'm just gonna say why I think personally that this is what's going on, right? So when I see your comment, I'm like, you know what? I don't disagree with you because maybe he's always been like this. But I'm just paying attention to the details of this individual, and then I'm trying to put it beside what I understand and know when it comes to marketing and business and how he's applying that to himself through what he does, if that makes sense. You know, that's all. That's it.
You to compromise something, right, that you believe in. That's what selling out is, right? And then so every time you keep going through doors to get into each level of success, you sell something else you believe in, right? And that's cool, right? So there's 2 doors that's mystery doors, and there's 3 doors left that don't require you to sell nothing. But them doors is so far down, it's scary. It's so far down, it's scary. So to your question, like about this energy, it's just timing. I've been walking this whole time. Every one of those doors, it say on top of the doors, compromise integrity, compromise it. It show you what's on top of those doors. Integrity is personal belief system. Every one of them doors, it say compromise, compromise. And I just keep walking past them.
I think that
I just keep walking past the doors. So something different people told me over the time, long as you stay firm in what you're doing, you're going to actually get to your door. Mm-hmm. So now what's happening is I'm getting to my door. That's all. I'm just getting to my door. That's it. I'm finally making it to my door. Timing is allowing things to make sense for what I've been the whole time.
You also got to consider this. Keep in mind, a lot of eyes are watching this moment right now. So me personally, I feel like giving this explanation that he's giving at the beginning of the pod is important for the people that don't see it the way we see it. With the way we see it, we see the hate, like what Stormy said in the chat. With what King Hammer said, we all came from a black woman. That's something I literally talked about yesterday and a couple days ago. You know, I'm trying not to regurgitate the same things that I'm saying. So every time like I'm on stream, I kind of recreate a conversation in a different kind of light. You know, because I don't want to sit here and say the same thing I said yesterday or the day before. You know? So I'm keeping in my mind, like, looking at him from this lens now. we're still seeing all the same BS, but there's another side to explain the BS now. You know, I believe what Glasses is doing, because now that we have academics in the conversation and how academics moves, everything that he was saying about Adinross, the same thing applies. The same thing applies to academics. My fault. Words are hard. So I feel like with everything that we're going to be talking about further on from here is just all targeted to Ack, because he is the donkey. He is the horse these individuals like to ride on. And right now, that same horse is coming back to ask for another ride, in a sense. Right? So that's the way I see it right now.
Because if anybody know me, feel me, they know exactly who I am.
At the same time.
And this is a confusion.
And Stormy, your opinion is appreciated. What's up, Brianne? How you doing?
Like, because, right, it's like, it's funny coming into this conversation, I was looking at academics talk to Adinross, right? Because I know I got like a level of respect for his talent. Like, you know what I mean? I understand what he is as a journalist. But it was a couple things that threw me off that he was saying. And it's not a ton of stuff. Like, I don't want to make this a little kid arguing match. But there's a little issue in how he sees things. It's the us versus me. Like, in his mind, he feels like he's successful, and so people need him. He don't realize we made you successful. The culture make you successful. Without the blood and the deaths of them people from Chicago, you would be nothing.
That's a fact.
And I don't mean that to pull your coats or try to make you feel bad, but you do owe them. And see, the difference is to truly tap into being black and being righteous, bro, because you're a Jamaican dude, homie. You a brother still. You feel me? But to tap in is to do right and look out for those people. Those people that you built your major platform, that the reason I even realized who you were, to see your talent, was at the burden of them people killing and dying. You were translating their culture and their pain to us.
Same thing he's doing with Toronto, by the way, but that's a whole other conversation for another day.
And I noticed that. And I used to, when I first met you, and I remember telling you, the one thing I realized about hip hop is the movement of us. It ain't the movement of me. I was telling my niece, shout out to my little niece Dejanay, but she was saying Ack already chose a side. I said, nah, Ack didn't choose a side. Yeah, she said Ack chose a side. I'm like, nah, look at what he's saying. He didn't choose a side. Ack is like O.J. Simpson.
Oh, Lord.
He not black, he Ack.
Yo, this dude's a damn fool, bro.
And I think that's the confusion.
He not black, he Ack.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't see himself in this connection to even allow this man to say some of the stuff he's saying to him. You know what I mean? Like, OJ didn't think he was white. OJ thought he was O.J. Simpson.
OJ. Mm-hmm.
So it's like listening to
Stormy, I feel like for your point, because let me just go ahead and read your point real quick. We know who most of these people are. These people are three of them, Aiden, 6ix9ine, and Ack. They are others, but there are others, but this is the money makers. It's not necessarily that they're the money makers, especially 6ix9ine. It's more about what they're willing to do for money. What we're witnessing are just a bunch of individuals that have no self-respect for themselves. They don't even care about themselves, no dignity, nothing. What we're seeing is just three individuals in this moment, and you can add that black dude Cuffum and then his friend. But it's just a bunch of individuals in a room that are willing to do anything and everything for more money. And it's so funny that we're witnessing this, and this is alongside the Rico case for Aiden. So in my business brain, I'm like, what if Aiden is just doing this for profit so that he can get his money together for the upcoming doom that's around the corner with this Rico case. Because you got to remember how the algorithm works when it comes to going viral and pushing negativity. This is at the peak of this. That's what it looks like right now. And what I'm noticing, I'm piecing this together like crazy. What I'm noticing right now is that certain individuals in the Rico are the ones conversating when I see Ak and Aiden. Drake probably working on music for once. But with Ak and Aiden, especially with academics just so happen to just step into this, what if they're utilizing that algorithm that just don't like black people to push the envelope so that this brings them back money? Because at the end of the day, they're getting money some way, somehow with what they're posting in terms of a live stream, a video, etc., donations, whatever. This comes back to them in profit. Because it doesn't make sense why academics is just going to step into this to defend adinross at a time like this. I see way past what we have at face value. It's more to it than just some racist shit. Don't get it twisted. I'm right there with you. But my mind is exploring why. And I think that's the why.
To him talk.
What's up, Slay?
Even when the man is saying to him, you know, they got cases for, why don't we know about the times they're helping their community? They got cases for beating on their wife. Even that type of rhetoric talking point, you don't see as being weaponized and used, and he's validating it as a face that people can see that look like me. He don't know that because his cultural experiences is so different, and how he was educated is different. But he is from Jamaica, so he's not voided of understanding the dynamic between white people and black people in this world. So again, it's like, I think that's the confusion. And that's what brings me to this point. It's like, even them confusing that me saying.
Imagine making money off of a black woman's back only so that you can go and protect yourself in court. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you're just going to throw this individual under the bus for literally no reason. She didn't drop your name. You're not the only ones talking. You took it upon yourself to take advantage of this situation so that you can make your money. And then you can use that money to protect yourself in this Rico.
Saying something for clout.
We don't claim that for no facts. You see it though.
And I'm not mad at that thought, you know what I mean? But I think, again, they don't understand what clout is. There's not a motherfucking breathing air that could give me clout.
I told him, I said, yo, clout chasing. How you gonna be clout? How you gonna chase clout when you are the clout?
You tell him, Tiny.
Like, I understand that right there. That's why when it was said upon put on my jacket, I was like, what the fuck?
I'm a chosen, nominated, validated spokesman for this culture that we talking about. And not just nominated, validated, and represented of Crips, but of Pirus and Bloods. I'm not some person that just woke up one day and got here.
What's good, Jordan? Okay, I'm seeing more people now. What's good? How's everyone doing?
I went through hell to get here. I risked my lives to get here. I did a million things to get where I'm at, to have this respect. I did a million things to get right here, to get this respect. And the confusion that you or anybody else here could validate me is crazy. The fact that you even able to share a conversation with me, don't let this internet shit fool you. See, and that's what's wrong. Them gamers and all of that shit, y'all be gaming. So y'all used to saying shit and people not seeing y'all face. So the gamers became streamers. The difference is we could see you now. So now, you know, calling people the N-word and monkeys and all that shit you do on the video.
Yo, don't forget them Call of Duty, the Call of Duty lobbies, huh? Remember when y'all in the lobby and you're playing the game, the proximity chat, if I'm correct? When you get close to somebody, you can start talking and taunting them. That's how Call of Duty's set up. You guys will be on one map. Say, for example, this is your map, and there's a bunch of people. You have like, 10, 16 people in here. If you get close to somebody and like you want to taunt them and talk ish, you can say whatever you want. They call it proximity chat, if I'm correct. So that's where you start hearing the racism. Then you have the rednecks come in, calling everybody an N-word with the hard ER. You have them little kids doing the same thing. Everybody running around talking wild to each other, killing off each other in the game. But it's fun though. That's how it started on Xbox 360 with Call of Duty. That's how it started. And now with Twitch, with Kick, Rumble, whatever, now they can just get on a camera, get in front of the camera, get their friends together, and they can just talk some crazy ish. That's what they do now. That's how crazy it's gotten. Oh my God.
Video game, because that's the type of person you are. That's the type of person Leon is. That's the type of person y'all are. That's why y'all come across that way on these motherfucking streams. Y'all come across that way. Oh, this person, that's if you played the video games, bro, you watch them people talk and they start calling you N-words and monkeys and all kind of racial slurs and words. It don't matter if you racist.
And it done started from when they was like 10 years old, too. I'm saying they been doing
Hey, Jordan, I like your energy. I like action, not just chat, But the issue is, because going back to your point that I saw earlier in the chat, why haven't we canceled them yet? Is because the individuals that are a part of this have all created a need with the platforms that they have. That's how long they've been around. They should have been out of here a long time ago. They should have been out of here at least 5-10 years ago. But they've all created a need. One thing that's unfortunately amazing is that each person, whether if it's Aubrey, whether if it's Aiden, whether if it's Ak, all these people, they have all their own demographic. They have a large demographic of people. They got millions of people watching their channel, their live, whatever. They developed a need. People need this now. Academics has been around for a long time. He's one of the reasons why we use the analytics in the conversations when it comes to music. That's a need he developed. For him to get out of here, we need to get rid of that need to need them. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you need to find another source to get your information so that you don't need this no more. That's how you get them out. But it's way more difficult to do than just talk about. That's the unfortunate side to it, right?
You were raised in that immaturity. Yeah. You were raised in that immaturity. You were raised with that ignorance. And that's why you don't understand why a black man is standing up for a black person right now, because you're like, wait a minute, I've been doing this my whole life on the video games, and then I became a streamer and I started making money, and I've been saying this about everybody. Bro, you're not finna keep saying this about that black lady.
Not over here. You better go back on that video game.
You got to grow up, homie. Like, you out of line. And you cannot tell somebody you don't see color. Because that fast you wanted to try to separate yourself from white people and tell me who you pray to. When you say it's so much division, or you don't see color, but then you going to remind me who you pray to as if that makes you not white. So you're a liar too. And the truth is, bro, I don't know in which world do you think you not the you can lie to these people about your power. I know what it's really like. I'm on the same side of the business you on. I don't care that you kissing up to politicians. That don't matter. You not one.
That's the thing for Aiden, though. I can't make the connection, but when you notice that you have Happy Dad, a simple like seltzer, like it's just an alcohol brand from Canada. But when you have something as simple as Happy Dad, but then Happy Dad is sponsoring Adinross, especially the stream that he had with Donald Trump, then all of a sudden, Happy Dad, Adinross, and even Donald Trump, this looks like a scary thing now. I'm not saying Adinross got Donald Trump on speed dial, but if he messaged, he might respond. It's dangerous. The fact that Adinross has built himself up to that point to have the president on his stream, regardless if he was a candidate when he was around, he's president now. That's crazy. Now, I still say salute to Glasses because he don't give a damn. But that right there, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You not one.
Definitely.
And I don't care
bro?
about that. Like, listen, man. The separation with a Crip and the Blood is the law is not the ultimate judge of what's right and wrong or what you will and won't do. When you keep using that as a reinforcing piece, that matters to a regular person. That don't matter to a person that's a Crip or a Blood, dog. Not if they own their shit.
Stormy, who knows?
Everything I did, I knew I could go to jail for. When I carry these pistols, when I live my life, when I do this shit, I know I can go to jail for it. I already made the understanding that this is my... So when I'm saying something, dog, I mean what I'm saying. I already factored in going to jail.
Don't kill me, Tiny.
Like, I don't think you get it. And all I ask you to do is respect that woman, bro. That's it. I'm not saying do your content, make your jokes. Stop calling. I don't know. I don't give a fuck if you call white people bitches. I don't give a fuck if you call Latin people bitches. I don't give a fuck if you call Jewish people, whoever you want to call, Indian people. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the sisters, you're going to have to ease up. You're going to have to act like you got a little sense and act like you understand where we at in this world.
Not a little sense. You act like you have the utmost respect. Because we cannot tolerate that no more. A lot of us has been struggling for years, so I feel like we haven't been paying attention like we should have. When you have all these different things in life stacking up against you, especially out here in Canada. Don't think out here in Canada we good. We are not good. It is stress. Y'all can only imagine, for the people that know in the Discord, with the conversations that we have on the voice chat, y'all know. But man, y'all don't know. So I feel like even for me at one point, I was just so focused on just like getting bills paid, making sure you're paying your credit card. You know, you get into work, you find a better job because you're not getting enough money from the last job. Like, bro, it's tough. And I'm not saying it's an excuse, because it's not an excuse, because we should definitely know better. But, you know, every now and then, even the greatest of us comes off the path for a little bit. It's just about coming back on path and staying on course. Because we got this thing that we got to protect, this household that we call the culture that has birthed and given us so much amazing and wondrous things. We got to make sure we maintain the walls around here. Make sure this structure is strong, that it can survive hurricanes. That's what we need to do. Listen, we back on track. 2026, it look like everybody back on track. So I feel like we're going to do all right this year and for the more years to come. Well, we got to make sure that we stay on path. That's the main thing.
World, you cannot just keep doing what you're doing. You not on a video game no more, kid. You not on a video game no more.
Hey, King, I run Domino's table, bro.
And you got the attention of somebody real. You talking about clout chasing, you like, bro, I don't know you. You just some little white kid that be on the internet. I don't know you. You're not a factor in my world. The first time I heard of you, you had a problem with my young homie AD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you. I didn't follow you after that. And no, I'm not contacting you. I'm not giving you no respect to contact you offline. I don't know you. You're not like that. the way I discovered you is through silly shit.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm not going to give you the respect of somebody that's a man, because I don't think none of the shit you saying, you would say it to none of these people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
You want my respect? Say what you saying to somebody's face. Call one of them people, disrespect somebody that ain't a part of your financial circle. Ooh. And then you can get some respect. But you not on a video game no more, dude. You keep acting like you on a little video game. You're not on a video game no more, man. That's the problem. Y'all grow up. Shout out to all y'all streamers. Act, Block, all y'all. Y'all are guys that was on a video game. And then you trying to bring that mentality to the real world. And shout out to the people that let y'all get it off because they think you have value. They think you have something that will benefit their life. I'm not mad at that.
Yo, everybody in the chat, let me know what kind of table y'all run. Let's have some fun. Let me know what kind of table y'all run. I run the dominoes table. As a Caribbean, I run the dominoes table. Come catch 6 love, you know. Jesus Christ.
I get it. I tell my homies all the time, none of these people ain't finna do nothing for you. They don't believe me. AD don't believe me when I tell them ain't none of these people gonna do nothing for you. I can't get AD to understand he validates them. We validate them. We validate them. We give them a career. Our life, our hardship, our pains, our suffrage, our culture gives them life. Every one of them.
It's true.
What the fuck else would they be talking about? What else would they be talking about, dog?
Bro, think about it like this. The 2 greatest streamers right now is Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed. Adinross started this joint. Them 2 brothers took it and made it way better. The reason why I consider streaming one of the pillars of hip-hop today is specifically because of Kai and Speed. Because they took it and made it outstanding for where they are today with what they've done with their platforms. The reason why we all know about Chris Patrick is because of Kai Cenat and having the On the Radar segment on his Mafia-thon. The reason why everybody has love and appreciation even more than before for Africa is because iShowSpeed is showing y'all all the lies they told are not true out there on his stream. It don't get better than that. Like, they took it and made it outstanding. And then we got adinross. What's good,
Dungeons
Vibrant?
and Dragons.
Talk about something else and let's see how well you do. Don't talk about us.
Call of Duty.
Yo, Tiff, you better relax yourself. I appreciate you, though.
Loadout packages. You know what I mean? When we talk about hip-hop.
Nobody is above the program. Mm-hmm. If you play in this arena, this is the program, bro. No man is above the program.
Talk to him.
No man. So if you're going to play over here, with the dirty kids, as you said, if you're going to play over here with the street kids, like you said, no man is above the program.
There you go.
What up?
What's happening?
No man is above the program. And I think that's where you got it confused. And I understand, bro. It's really, man, how could you not? You know what I'm saying? How could you not think that everything is good? All that shit you talking about with them people, blah, 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 blah. Man, I don't care about none of that shit, dog. I ain't gonna even lie to you. You keep calling Wack. You better ask Wack. I don't care. Ask him. He'll tell you I don't care. I'm not a drunk.
What?
I'm not a dope head.
Somebody said that?
Yeah, what somebody said that?
I know,
No. Because I think that's what they think of all of us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
They're used to people having these rants and I'm not a gamer.
Yeah.
I'm not a dope head. I'm not none of that. What I'm saying, I'm not even emotional. I mean it. I'm purpose to make sure you understand the plight of Black people when you talking and dealing with them. It's an honor to have this role, even to die for this shit. I don't think you get it, man. Like, and I'm trying to help you, and I'm telling you, ask that person. Ask them what I believe.
Hey, remember Kendrick said he willing to die for this shit, man. I'll never forget that track. Come on, bro. The damn album, bro, for Kendrick. Man, that's a timeless joint. That's a timeless joint right there, man. Oh, my God.
In.
That's a fact, right now.
Ask him what I believe in. Ask him. He didn't talk to me enough. Ask him what I believe in. Ask him. That's your God. Call any of these dudes. Call Kiefer. Call the people that you fuck with. Ask them what I believe in. Ask them, am I willing to die, hurt, go to prison? Ask them. They'll tell you what I'm about. I'm not asking you for much, bro. Judge this lady, talent, cool. If you think she did this, cool. Just stop disrespecting her that way. Stop calling her.
Koala. Hold on. Look at Koala right there. There we go. Nah, Glass is cooking. Love to see it, bro. Holy.
100 bitches, bro. I'm not asking that much. This ain't that much to ask for, bro. I don't need to clout chase off your name, bro. You don't have no clout to me. All you do is alert a bunch of fucking suburban kids that I exist to some degree. But you actually being able to interact with me, it do nothing but damage you.
Bro, this is the best time to get your sons and get your daughters to just go outside and just we play a little game of manhunt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever played manhunt or tag? Y'all ever play tag? This is the time to get your kids to go outside and go play some tag, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay? I don't condone violence, but we can go outside and play tag. You know, y'all ever play whip? When you throw the ball at the wall, if somebody catch you, you better run to the wall and touch it before you get whipped. You know what I'm saying? We can go outside and play some classic games, you know? Heck, if you want to go outside and play some soccer, do some kicking, we can go play some soccer. Or if y'all want to go out and play tennis, I don't got a tennis rack, but I know a place where I can find a tennis rack because, you know, to play tennis, you gotta hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, we don't need to go outside.
You speaking with me, you come on the attention span of a lot of people that don't play. You come into a different arena, bro. This is a different arena. This ain't like them other rappers you took pictures with. This is a different arena. And I don't think you understand that, dog.
Don't kill me right now. Kai Snap about 25, 26.
I don't think you understand that, homie. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon Pacific Standard Time on No Ceilings by Glasses Malone YouTube page. Click.
So that's going to be pretty much it for the clip, if I'm correct. I know it was just like a certain amount of time, but I think it was around like 16 minutes or something like that. But that's pretty much what I wanted to hear from Glasses. So salute to Glasses forever and always, standing up when we need somebody to stand up. And you notice how we have somebody stand up. Everybody stand up. You see all it takes is one. And that one, it can bring the many. Here we are. It don't matter if you're on my platform, Crew's platform, Big Zo's platform, Koala's platform. It don't matter which platform you're on. You see how we pull up, though? Regardless if we're in the chat or we're pulling up to watch the video. But you see how we pulling up? You know what I'm saying? All it takes was one to bring out many. And Glasses Malone was the right one to tap in with. And here we are, 2026. I ain't gonna lie, 2026 starting off a little aggressive. But you know what? If that's the kind of timing that we need to keep in the back of our heads for the rest of the year, then we should be all right, man. We should be all right. Regardless if we're standing up for a black woman, black man, we gonna show up for the culture as we always supposed to do. Man, words are hard sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But y'all get the point. That's what we gotta do now. That's it. Even me, why do you think I'm here? I'm trying to show up for y'all. I'm trying to be right there with y'all. You know, I know I'm on the other side of this border. Trust me, I know. It don't mean I can just sit back and just relax. Nah, this is a time to stand up. It don't matter where you are in this world. If your skin dark, if you stand with the culture, regardless of your skin color, stand up. That's it. So that's why I'm here. I know that for a fact. Hell no. Well, yeah, it's important to give our voices to situations like this. So I appreciate the content. I appreciate the chat for sure. You're right, King. It's a fine line for him, but he has gotten a lot better than he was, and he's learning still. He's only 20. Yeah, I get that. Kashnet turned 24 last month. He a youngin'. That's cool. Luda said stand up. I knew Tiff was going to say stuff. Nah, but nah, the moments like this is important. So it's about our time that we stand up for the culture for real, because we got to take care and maintain this so it can continue to flourish and be outstanding. You know, this is going to help the shift in music when we stand together like this. So that's how it is.